I'd like to do the lecture this evening on one of my favorite topics, which is our Blessed Mother. I can tell you as a priest that no one has more control over the heart of a priest than his mom. All men love their moms, but priests love their moms in a very special and unique way. They're the only woman in our life. They're the only people, you might say, who have a special, special place in our heart. And Christ has a mom, and Christ came 100% from that mom. And Christ loves his mom very, very much, and she's in heaven with him. And when we go to Mary, we go to Jesus through Mary. Those petitions are presented directly to Christ through his mom. At the foot of the cross, Christ said, "Behold your mother." He wanted us to have Mary as our mother. At the wedding at Cana, we can see her efficacy in gaining that miracle that Christ wasn't planning on doing. She pushed him into action, and Christ could not say no. So just 3 simple ways that might help you really develop this devotion to our Blessed Mother. First, I would say to try to pray the Rosary. I have my St. John Paul Rosary here, very beautiful. I've had this for a long time, but I've been praying the Rosary since I've been 16, every day. And it's been such a resource for me to grow in my love for Christ, really, because I contemplate his mysteries. I contemplate the glorious, the luminous, the sorrowful, the joyful mysteries throughout the week. I also envision, as I'm saying these Hail Marys, I have these 10 Hail Marys in the second decade. I'm thinking about my mom, my brother who passed away, my dad who passed away, my other brother, my sister, even my grandparents at times. I visualize them in my head, and I present them to our Blessed Mother, and I know that Mary presents them to Christ. It's a simple way for me to keep focused. I try to pray for Pope Francis's intention. I pray for my community of priests. I think of them individually each day. If people ask me for a very special prayer intention, I try to remember that as well, as in contemplating the mystery. So these are just different ways that would help you stay recollected. I think it's a good idea to pray it in the chapel if you can, or in front of our Blessed Mother, an image of Mary, if it's possible. I know some people pray in the car, some people pray while they're running. If there's no other opportunity, that's fine, but it's definitely not the ideal. I think we want to give Mary that privilege of our time and our focus. The second way to cultivate this devotion and love for our mother is to visit her. I have behind me an image of Mary. We have images all over the house of Our Lady Guadalupe, of Fatima, of so many different representations of our Blessed Mother. And I think it's critical to just remind yourself that the image represents the reality. And just have a conversation with her. Just lean on her heart. Ask her for help. Tell her what's going on in your life. I like to go to her as I would go to my mom when I was a little kid. Sometimes I would just, give my mom a hug. Or just cry in my mom's lap. Or just look at her and she would make me laugh and smile. And that's where our Blessed Mother is. She's waiting to help us as a good mother. She's waiting to soften our heart at times too when we're not doing so well. I think the third way is to try to imitate her virtues, to read Scripture and look at her faith. She was a virgin and she was married. How hard was that? Explaining that to Joseph, dealing with that reality. That reality of being told you're going to be the mother of God. Whoa, it's hard enough just being a wife and a mom, but you want me to raise a child who's God. Talk about a responsibility. And she trusted in God's grace to do that. Going to Egypt in the middle of the night, coming back to Nazareth and living a very poor and simple existence. Watching her son die on the cross. And then being told that she would be the queen of the apostles to encourage them and help them and mold them and shape them, especially St. John, who she lived with. So it's the mystery of Mary's life as well that we can contemplate and learn from. But at the end of the day, as Catholics, we have access to this amazing woman, the greatest saint in heaven, the beloved mother of Jesus Christ, who has special power, special intercessory powers. Take advantage of that. Take advantage of a mom who wants to help you, hug you, sustain you, inspire you, and allow her to form you as she formed Jesus, as she molded the heart of Christ. May God bless you and have a blessed Lenten season.